Hello Wildflowers, welcome to Empower Portal, my membership space. As you know, you just landed your booty in a 30-minute solar practice. So a solar practice is to activate your body, turn it on, fire it up. Today we're really focusing on the sacral chakra and the root. So we're gonna do a lot of lower body sequencing today, a lot of grounding in. You're gonna feel your strength in your legs. Now, there's no props necessary, but I will be integrating my blocks into the game. So if you want to grab your blocks and do the same, if you have them, great. If you don't have blocks, don't worry, I got you. And if you're like, here, but I want blocks, you can grab 2 mason jars, put the lids on them, or grab 2 hardcover books, and you can use different things in your house. So you can just pop those at the top of your mat on the medium level, about, I don't know, shoulder distance apart. And then we're gonna start this party on our back. So you can come all the way down to your back. We're gonna hop right into it. Take the soles of your feet together, open your knees, and then take your arms beside you, cactus your elbows. Lengthen through your spine. If this isn't comfortable for your legs, this is where you could take the blocks underneath your thighs just to support them a little bit. I just want to start to open your hips. And as you land here, letting the whole body be held up, start to shift your awareness to your breath. Start to shift the awareness to that steady pace of the inhale up into your belly, your ribs, your chest. And then the exhale, letting it go, landing here in our virtual cocoon. And keep moving like that. Breathe in. And then breathe out. And then breathe in. And then breathe out. And just do that a couple more times to ground. Inhale. You have arrived to exhale. Nothing else you have to do or worry about in this moment. We're here for you. One more time. And then let it go. Bring your hands in front of your chest. Start to rub your hands up and down. Connect to your heart space. And as always, you know I love this so much. Ask yourself how you want to feel today. What do you want to bring and take out of this practice? What do you want to embody on the other side? And when you have that feeling, that word, that sensation, bring it onto your pelvic bone, to your pelvic floor. Hold on to your hips, lower than the low belly. If it feels weird for you, you can take your hands to the inner thighs instead or lift them up a little bit. And I want you to imagine yourself anchoring your seed in there because we're going to create a lot of space in this area of the body today. Take a big breath in and then let it go. Gather your legs with your hands, bring them into your chest, and then do a little sway of the low back side to side. We're gonna start a little bit slower today. We're gonna go slow to a little bit more fiery, just to ease into this part of our body. So keep the right leg towards your body, stretch your left leg forward, flex the toes towards your face, and then hug your right thigh close, wind relieving pose. Option to begin to take a circular motion with your right ankle. You can point, flex the toes. Starting to wake up the body. The root chakra goes all the way from the bottom of the feet up to the hips, and then the sacral is about up to the belly button area. So we're really gonna focus there today. And then find your left hand, put it on your left hip. Keep your left hip anchored down. Bring your right knee wide towards your armpit. You'll start to notice the left hip wants to peel up. Keep it down, find your edge. And then if you want to come into a full half happy baby, reach your right heel towards the ceiling and grab onto the outer edge of your foot from the inside of your leg. And then from there, you might start to stretch your left arm out and look there. Any one of those variations is wonderful. Come back to the middle. Plant your left foot on the ground, stretch your right leg up to the sky, and hold on to the back of your leg. Press your hamstring into your hands and start to point and flex your toes. Wake up your calf. Find the breath as you do. And then flex your right foot, cross your right ankle on top of your left thigh, keep it here. Okay, keep this shape, but I want you to take the legs over to the left. Keep the shape though, so your right foot lands on the ground, And then gently press your right thigh away from you with your left hand. And look towards your right arm, stretch it out. And breathe there as you relax through the shoulders. Breathe into the outer right hip. Smooth it all out, in and out, up and down. Relax the low abdominals. And then come back to the middle. Switch sides. Stretch your right leg forward, bring your left leg towards the body. Hold onto the shin. And again, start to circle through the left ankle. Left ankle or wiggle the toes. Starting to set the foundation here for today's practice together. Go both ways. And then transitioning into the half happy baby. Right hand to right hip, keep it anchored down. Take the left knee wide, stay. Or start to stretch your heel up towards the ceiling. Arm reaches on the inside of the leg to the outer edge of the foot. Or I really like the ankle sometimes. Bring the knee towards the armpit. Then once you find that and feel secure in the pelvic floor, you can reach your right arm out and look there too. And then come back to that rhythm and out, up, down. And then come back to the middle, left thigh to chest. Plant your right foot on the earth and then extend your left leg up. Clasp your hands behind your hamstring. That's the muscle at the top, right below the bum. And then start to point and flex your toes. Really intentional and slow and sweet. And then cross your left ankle on the right thigh with your toes flexed. So you want to protect your knee joint. And then take this whole figure four shape, shift it to the right so your left foot plants down. The right leg, the outer edge of the right leg is now down. And then stiff arm your left leg away from you. And stretch your left arm out beside you. Lots of lefts and rights. So if you want to just take a peek here, you can. Sometimes when we get into the twisty shapes on the floor, it's like, what did she just say? That's okay. I'm with you. Just make sure you do both sides. You can close the eyes, soften the jaw. How do the hips feel before we start to bring some power into them? Come back to the center, feet to the floor. Widen the arms and simply find a sway of the shins and the thighs side to side. Come back to the middle, hands behind the hamstrings. Start to round the spine, rock it up and down until you find your first downward facing dog. Hands to the floor, spread your fingers, hands about shoulder distance apart, feet about hip distance apart, and then just start to pedal out the feet. So press your right heel down, bend the left knee, breathe into the calf, and then do that on the other side. Bend your right knee, press your left heel down. And then switch. And then switch. Keep rolling the biceps upward. And then switch. And come back to the middle, micro bend in the knees. Inhale, float your right leg high. Exhale, bend your right knee, open up your hip, and start to circle your leg. So start to take intentional circles. Now you're gonna have the tendency to open up through the right armpit. I want you to drop it down, roll your armpit down. So equal weight in the palms as you switch the direction of your circles. Inhale, straighten your right leg back and up. Exhale, bring your knee into your nose. We're getting right into it here. Feel the fire and step to the outer edge of your right hand. Tap your left knee down. Inhale, open up your chest, open up the chin. This is where your blocks come in handy. I love the blocks in this shape. Exhale, start to straighten your right leg. Fold to the inside of the leg. Now inhale, rock forward, bend into your right knee, open the chest. Exhale, rock it back, straighten the right leg and fold. One more time, inhale, come forward. Exhale, take it back. Stay here, breathe in, lift your chest. Keep your left hand on the ground or your block. Right hand on the low back, start to twist and open your body. Open your body towards the ceiling. Again, that could look like your hand on the ground. There's something happening up in here, the thigh and the bum. I'm not gonna point to where, just in case it's different than me, but that's where you should be feeling it, somewhere up in here. And then start to look forward, breathe in, bend into your right knee. You can walk the blocks forward, tuck your back toes under, fire up the thigh, step forward from Alasana squat, leave the blocks. Palms to the chest, open up your heart, knees to the upper arms, squeeze and push, so it's opposing forces, and then just a rock. Try your best to have the heels down. That might look like taking your feet a little wider. And that also might look like taking a block under your bum, just so you can prop your bum up and be more comfortable, depending on what you feel today. Now press into your feet strongly, the outer edges, so your inner thighs are on, and then press up to stand. Inhale, come all the way up to stand, knees stay facing the toes, lift up, heel toe your feet together. Exhale, hands to chest. Ooh, bring it in. Okay, we're gonna do what I call a mandala flow today. So I am gonna take us all the way around the mat. We're gonna end up here, and then back here. So have your eyes and ears open. We'll always end up at the same spot, and I'll do my best to keep my lefts and rights on point. Bring your hands onto the hips. Stand on your right foot. Start to bring your left knee towards your chest. Flex the toes. Turn on your abdominals, coming into our first core shape here. Lean forward, kick the left leg back. Toppling tree, start to stretch your arms by your side. There's a micro bend in your right thigh, so you feel the strength, the power. Extend through the chest, take a big breath in. And then exhale, step all the way back. High lunge, inhale, reach your arms up towards the ceiling. Exhale, hold your left wrist with your right hand, tip over to the right, lift up your chin. Breathe in, come back to center. We're gonna move here. Exhale, take your hands down, fingertips to the floor or blocks. Breathe in, just like our half Hanuman, lift your chest, lift your chin, our half splits. Exhale, straighten your right leg and fold, coming into pyramid now, a little higher from the ground. Inhale, bend into your right knee, your left heel might lift a little higher. And then exhale, fold. Option to lift your right toes so the foot lifts. Inhale, bend into the knee one more time and lift. Exhale, take it back, hold. One inhale, re-lift your chest, come flat through your back. And then exhale, bow in towards your legs, let the head hang heavy. Inhale, re-bend into your right knee, open the chest. Leave the blocks at the top of the mat. Exhale, crawl to the left, skandasana to the left. Bend into your left knee, lift the right toes up so you're on your heel. And then lift the booty up, switch sides, come to the right, lift the left toes. So go side to side, flossing out the hips. You're always welcome to go freestyle, so if you want to lift your arms and move them around with you, go ahead. I am not going to do that right now. And then next time you come to the left, I want you to pivot so you're facing the top of your mat, or the back of your mat rather, back of mat, step back, downward facing dog. Inhale, roll forward, high plank, high push-up, come to the top, chin away from chest. Knees or toes, come all the way down to the floor, lower. Baby cobra, inhale, lift your chest, hover your hands, you can squeeze towards the middle, and then exhale, release hands and legs. Tabletop or plank pose, inhale, depending on what power you want to do today, to downward facing dog, lift up. Beautiful, pedal it out. Find 3 breaths, knowing you can always go to a child's pose if you need. Breathe in, lift your right leg high. Exhale, bend your right knee, open up the hip, drop the right armpit. And then inhale, straighten your right leg, bring your right knee to your left tricep, twist. Kick your right leg out to the left, so you're on the outer edge of your foot. And then spin your left foot down. Fall in triangle, reach your left arm up towards the sky, plug your right shoulder in, keep flexing through the right toes. You can look down or up. Breathe. And then when you're ready, take your left hand down, pop back up onto the left toes, knee to nose, scoop it up. Step forward. Spin your left heel to the ground. Inhale, lasso your way up, warrior 2. Exhale, land, melt into the front leg, open up the arms. Press into the back heel, inhale, rise up, straighten your right leg, arms touch the top. Exhale, open, warrior 2, look past your front hand. Inhale, rise up, straighten your right leg, palms touch the top if they can. Exhale, open. One more time, breathe in to lift. Ooh, exhale to open. We're gonna fly. Take your left hand to your left hip, right hand towards the floor. We're coming into floating half moon, so if you do wanna block under your hand, you can do that. Press off, Lift the left leg, and you're flying. Some of you might take your right hand to the floor or that block. Some of you might extend your left arm up. Know that we're hopping right into it today, so if you want to attempt to bend your top leg, reach with the left hand, you can go ahead and do that thigh stretch. If it's not in your practice, just know we weren't super warm for it, so be kind with yourself. Take a big breath in. We all come to standing splits. Fold over your right leg, roll your left hip down, bow into yourself, chin in. Now inhale, open the chest, lift your left leg higher. Your blocks could be under your hands if you need. And then exhale, bring your knee to your nose, scoop it up and in, turn your core on. Inhale, extend your left leg back and up. And then exhale, bring it in. Maybe your knees bend to do that. One more time, inhale, straighten both, send it out. Exhale, bend. Now breathe in, kick your left leg straight back. Lunge, tuck your toes under. Inhale, rise, chest lifts, chin lifts. Exhale, forward fold to the left, pivot to the left, point your toes forward. We're changing it up here, breathe in, lift chin, lift chest, left hand down, right hand to your low back, find a twist. Plug your left shoulder in, lean into the toes. Option to stretch your right arm up. So we're getting into the obliques and the legs here today. Breathe in. Fold, breathe out. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, crawl to the top of the mat. Step back to downward facing dog, feet hip distance apart. You want to flow with me, you can flow with me. Inhale, roll forward, high plank, high push-up. Chaturanga from your knees or your toes. Inhale, up dog, open the chest, squeeze the glutes. To down dog or child's pose before switching sides. Find your breath. Come back to the rhythm, in and out, up and down. Slow it down. When you're ready, you can come back to downward facing dog. One more side, let's do this. Inhale, lift your left leg high. Exhale, bend your left knee, open up your hip. From here, you can start to circle your top leg. Keep a micro bend in your right knee. Strong in your hands as you roll the left armpit down. And then switch the direction. If ever, I didn't mention this on the first side, but if ever you didn't want to do it from down dog, you could always do it from table too. If you're like, Erin, I don't want to do that today. That's okay. Then inhale, straighten your left leg up. Exhale, bring your knee to your nose, turn on the low abdominals and step to the outside of your left hand. Once your foot lands, tap your right knee down. You can reach for your blocks. Find your breath again. Inhale, open the chest, open the chin. And then exhale, straighten your left leg, fold to the inside of the leg. We're gonna move here first. Inhale, come forward and open. Exhale, take it back, fold and bow. Breathe in, come forward, open your chest. And exhale, take it back and fold. We're gonna stay this time. Inhale, re-lift the chin, re-lift the chest. Right hand either walks out to a block or the floor. Left hand comes to your low back. Start to open up the body towards the left. Keep curling your left toes towards your face. Look back down. Inhale, bend into your left knee. You can move the blocks. Exhale, tuck your right toes under. Start to fire up the thigh and crawl over to the right. Breathe in, take a halfway lift, come flat through your back. And exhale, I forgot something. Let's crawl back to the top of the mat. Lengthen your spine, breathe in. Step your right foot forward, breathe out. See the lefts and the rights. Inhale, take a halfway lift. And then exhale to fold. So this side might look a little different. Inhale, rise. Exhale, bring your hands to your chest. We're gonna come into this on the other side. Take your hands onto your hips. Bring your right knee to your chest, flex the toes, open through the collarbone. Now start to come into toppling tree. Lean your chest forward, extend the right leg back. Flex the toes, roll the right hip down. Then start to take your arms by your side. See, there's this whole new thing when we teach online. We can't see you. None of you can tell me that I didn't do it the right side. There's no teamwork, you know? So I got you. When you're ready, you can take your hands to your hips, step it back. Beautiful. Take an inhale, reach your arms up towards the ceiling. Maybe lean your body back. Exhale, take your right wrist, lean over to the left, breathe down the right side of your body. Inhale, come back up to center. Exhale, here's where the change is going to be on this side. Take your hands to the floor, crawl to the right, skindasana, bend into the right knee, lift the left toes up. You can go side to side. You can even do it a little bit higher so you're more in a strength place rather than a mobility place. Mobility, you're going to be lower to the ground. Strength, you're going to be higher in the thighs. Do what feels good. Come to center, refold, crawl to the right, step back, downward facing dog. You can stay in downward facing dog or roll forward and flow with me, high plank, high push-up. Knees or toes lower all the way or halfway down, chaturanga. Your back bend of choice, open your chest to downward facing dog, come home again. 3 breaths here, in and out of your nose. 3 breaths here, in and out of your nose. Breathe in, lift your left leg high. Exhale, bring your left knee to your right tricep. Twist, kick your left leg out to the right, come on to the outer edge of the foot, right heel down, and then come into fallen triangle. Lift your right arm up. Draw your shoulder blades down your back, and maybe reach the right arm overhead. Keep flexing through the toes on the left foot, press the right heel down. Look down, right hand to floor, knee to nose, step forward. Here's a different pattern too, but we're gonna do this shape because we haven't on this side. Inhale, lift your chest, lift your chin. If you need to grab your blocks, go ahead. Exhale, straighten your left leg and fold. Let the head hang heavy. Breathe in, come forward, open up. Exhale, fold, option to lift your left toes up, hold the left hip back. One more time, inhale, come forward, open the chest. Exhale, take it back and bow. And stay here, inhale, relift the chest. And then a 1, exhale, bring it in. Inhale, bend into your left knee, spin your right heel to the ground. Exhale, pause, press your feet apart. Now on your inhale, lasso up, warrior 2. Keep your right toes to about 2 o'clock, the left toes pointing to 12. Inhale, straighten your left leg, arms reach up above you. Exhale, open, warrior 2. Inhale to lift, straighten your left leg, arms lift up. And then exhale, warrior 2. One more time, inhale, lift your body up. Exhale, open, warrior 2. Remember your humanness as you come into this shape. Take your right hand onto your right hip, reach your left arm forward. Be kind as you take off. Maybe you wobble, maybe you shake, maybe you fall. All good, get back up. Flex your right toes, roll your right hip open, and then maybe extend your right arm up. Your obliques are on and strong, and then you have the option here to bend your standing leg, reach for the top of the foot and open. Just an option. Breathe. Inhale, extend back out. We're coming to standing splits. Cartwheel your hands to the floor. Now come to a closed hip. Inhale, lift your right heel high. Your chest comes proud. Exhale, knee to nose. Come in, squeeze. Breathe in, start to lift your right leg, lift your chest. Core strong and on, bring it in. Inhale, one more time. And then exhale in. Straight back, kick your legs straight back, inhale. Tuck your right toes under. Come to lift the chest, breathe in, but keep hands on the floor. And then a crawl to the right. We're coming back to that wide leg forward fold. Lift your chin, lift your chest, breathe in. Keep your right hand flat or fingertips down. Exhale, left hand to low back and twist. Draw your shoulders down your back. You might lift up the left arm. Breathe as you lean into the toes. Breathe, breathe, breathe. Take an inhale. And then exhale, fold. Inhale, come halfway lift. Exhale, crawl back to the top of the mat. Flow or child's pose, press back. You're coming into your child's pose. Ground your forehead. If you're in your downward facing dog, pedal out the feet or find comfort in your body. When you feel ready, start to come back up. We're gonna get into a little bit of the deeper hips here. So stretch your left leg forward. Wrap your right leg on top of your left so the shoelace side of your foot is on the ground. And this is where you can stay, or you can bring your left heel in towards your bum. Press into the sit bones to feel your chest lift. So to be very honest with you, I can feel this already, so I'm gonna stay here. So I'm gonna stay here, I'm gonna press down. Inhale to lift, exhale to press. Now for some of you, what you might do is you might start to fold your body, but my body's like, not today. So listening to your body, you can close the eyes, roll the shoulders down your back. Start to get into the deeper layers of the hip. Notice what's going on there. Rooting your sit bones down and imagining there is almost grass underneath you. The root chakra is really grounding. It's connected to the earth element. And it's really wonderful, actually quite energetically charging, to walk barefoot on grass to ground yourself. So keeping that in your back pocket when there's grass around. When you're ready, your hands can come behind you. Maybe your eyes open, legs unravel. Find a juicy sway. Legs go right, you might look left. And then do that side to side. And then switch sides. Your right leg will reach forward. Your left thigh will be on top again, staying as you are, or exploring the full variation, bringing your left heel to your bum. Knees are stacking in this one. And then again, start to lift up. Feel the long spine. Press down on the exhale so you start to feel if you want to fold, and then you can go ahead and fold if you want. Folding with your chest forward first. And then again, coming back into your body. Breathing into this moment. Whatever it might feel or look like for you. Unclench your teeth. If that's coming up for you, tends to come up with the hips. And when you're ready, you can open eyes if they're closed, hands behind you. Once again, windshield wiper your legs. And we'll do one more hip opener here into joy pose to end the practice. So bring your left leg out long, bring the sole of your right foot to the inner line of your left leg. Slide your hand down towards your ankle. Start your right hand by right hip. Lift it up like a sunrise over your head towards your foot. Some of you might be able to reach your foot, but notice if your right hip comes up or if you're reaching and you're rolling down, I want you to stay lifted. Some of you might take your right hand behind your head. I love this variation. This creates a lot of leverage in your body because generally speaking, when we're reaching for our toes, we're really pushing and forcing into a place that maybe our muscles aren't the happiest, but our mind's like, yeah, we got this. So listen to the body instead. You're like, toes, I got to. And start to lift back up. Take your right hand behind you. Spread your fingers. Come onto the shin in the left foot. Open up to joy pose. Feel the chest open. Feel the arm a little lean back. Then lower down. One more side. Stretch the right leg out. Bring the sole of the left foot into the inner leg. And again, slide the right hand down. Sunset or sunrise is coming to the other way this time. Lift up and over. Again, you can play with reaching for your toes, but just notice where it's coming from. And then maybe take the head instead. Keep pressing the bum down. And if you find your knee is really high, just sneak something underneath it. Then lift back up, left hand down. Come into that joy pose, press into a flat right foot. You're on the left shin. Open up, you can even look down. Keep opening, opening, opening. Then come back to center. If you want to prop your booty up on a block or a cushion, go ahead. We'll just end with a little bit of a tune out here so you're not just on your merry way. Feel the sit bones root down like a tree trunk. Take your hands where they started and where you planted the seed, so your hips or your legs, somewhere in the root. Relax the breath. I would even invite you, get weird with me here. I'd even invite you to take your hands. Can't do this out in regular society, but we can do it here in the Power Portal. Take your hands and hold underneath your pubic bone. This is where we root it. I know it might feel weird. If you don't feel safe doing that, you can take your hands as close as you can get feeling safe. And then I want you to repeat after me. I am strong. I am rooted. I am worthy just as I am. I am strong. I am rooted. I am worthy just as I am. Holding the most powerful power portal in our bodies. Do it one more time. I am strong. I am rooted. And I am worthy just as I am. All of you, all the time, right here, right now, forever. Take a big breath in. Big breath out. If you want to stay here longer, if this isn't something you've felt before and it's feeling good, you can stay. If you want to go on with your merry way, you can open your eyes slowly, bring a little bit of movement to your body. Thank you so much for being here. The Queen in me honors the Queen in you. And I really highly recommend, if you moved your hands to here and it didn't feel good, there was something inside of you that was a little like, go watch the core power concepts. Go to that hub in the power portal and go watch and learn and feel into your body in new ways so that you can feel really confident in that area. So thank you, thank you, thank you. Have the best day. Namaste.